Okay, so now we're going to start talking about drilling your first prep. So this is the equipment you're going to need initially. Your handpieces are the most important thing. They're what you use to drill. They consist of the main handpiece section where you put the drill in and you sterilize this, and this is the connector. The connector goes onto the hose and you screw it on, and the handpiece just pops right into it. You can do that. You can put the connector into the handpiece first, it doesn't really matter. The ones in our kit are a little bit different looking than this, but most handpieces work in the same general way. The second important part is the burr. The burr is part of a burr block in our kit. There's a lot of different types. This one's called a 330 burr. To put it in, you just stick it in the hole, and then there's a button on the back of the head. You press it pretty hard, and then you push the burr in, and it stays in pretty tight. To get the burr going, you press on something called the rheostat, which is underneath your benches. It's like the gas pedal of a car, and the harder you press, the faster the burr turns. So a good way to get some practice initially is to press on the rheostat lightly and drill, press on it hard and drill it, and see what happens. So one of the most important things while drilling is to have the proper grip. Without the proper grip, you won't have adequate control. So everyone's used to writing with a pen like this, but while drilling, this isn't really a good grip because it doesn't afford you that much mobility or stability. Look, when I push the drill like this, it moves a lot. So what we use is called the modified pen grasp, and that entails moving your middle finger closer to the head of the burr and your index finger a little bit further back, so it's almost like a tripod. And that way I can move it around pretty well, and it's really stable. Another really important thing to do while drilling is to have a fulcrum. These other two fingers can be used to stabilize your burr while drilling. So for example, if I'm drilling back here on these teeth, I would put these fingers back here on the front teeth, so that when I'm drilling, I'm not drilling freehand and being really sloppy. So I have these fingers over here when you're drilling over here, and it'll be much better for you. So the first session of your direct class will be on the wisdom teeth. It'll be a practice session for you guys to get the feel of the handpiece and how drilling on plastic teeth feels like. Get as much as you can out of it, but don't worry too much about how well or how bad you do, because it's not going to be graded. But please do pay close attention to the lecture, because that'll be the basis for why the preps are shaped the way they are. And if you don't understand that, you won't really know what you're doing. A good way to practice, apart from drilling on the wisdom teeth, is to drill on used teeth. So for example, your waxing teeth or used teeth from your upperclassmates, and to just drill on the side of them. You can draw a shape and try to follow it. You can try to just make a straight line, and that way you practice your control skills. One thing that happens a lot initially while drilling is that you're going to burn the plastic tooth. Since there's no water spray, and the friction caused by the burr causes the plastic to burn, and it doesn't look good when your prep has a burn mark inside of it. So to prevent that from happening, don't keep the burr at one place for a long time. Go brush against the spot that you're drilling against so that the heat doesn't build up there for a long time. So for example, if I'm making a depth cut, just going straight into the tooth, I want to go up and down, not just plunging the burr right in. So I'd want to do this. Rather than going in straight like this. And this one started to burn, and one way you can tell is you'll start smelling kind of a burning smell, and you'll see a brown mark in here. Now you can see a little bit better. The bottom of the hole is completely brown, and I mean, you'll see a lot of that starting off, but try to minimize it. Try to learn how to stop doing that.